This is the first video of 3 that I want to do on Geoffrey Chaucer's The Book of the Duchess, and I want to illustrate how to come up with something to say about this work in terms of item analysis. Item analysis is we're just looking at the thing in itself, trying to find something that will give us a clue as to how to properly go deeper into the work, to go past its surface level, and to find some sort of structure or meaning, a legitimate meaning underneath that. So in an analysis, we are trying to parse out the different parts, the gears, the wheels that make the whole thing operate as it does. And I want to suggest to you that there is a clue that you are given in the structure of this poem that will allow you to perhaps unlock some of its meaning and significance. And that is, the poet opens up writing about how he is suffering a loss, a sickness. He's afraid he's about to die with this. He can feel nothing. He doesn't care anymore about anything. He can't imagine anything. He's lost his facility to see pictures in his mind. And as a poet, that's the worst thing you want. So he's definitely sick, and it's mentally that it's in the mental realm that this battle of this malady is having its full expression. And now he does also tell you that he lost somebody. He's experiencing this sadness and grief. All right. But then he introduces Alcyone to you, the story of Alcyone, and then eventually you get the story of the Black Knight. So you do have 2 other people that are experiencing sickness close to death and that are grieving the way this poet seems to be grieving. And because of those parallel structures that come after the opening of the book, because those structures are parallel, and they are parallel with themselves and also with the third person who's grieving, the narrator himself, they present themselves to the reader as an interpretive tool to use in order to interpret and investigate the case of the narrator. So you should be able to see that Alcyone and the Black Knight are in similar situations as the narrator, and because they're in similar situations, if we can examine what happens to them, maybe we get some information about what happens to the narrator. So let's first take a look at Alcyone. Now, Alcyone is the only one of the 3 who are suffering sickness in the poem, the narrator and Alcyone and the Black Knight, who actually dies. All right, now why does she die? And, obviously she experiences the death of her king, her husband, Sais. But notice that Chaucer is very careful to let you know that she cannot imagine things up here. She cannot see him. Chaucer never describes her dreams or what she is thinking about him, the way she is remembering him. She's trying to find information in the world of the real lived experiences. All right, so she's desperate to be reunited physically and materially with him. She is not able to introduce any sort of mental remove in the memory concerning Sais and her relationship with Sais. She's not able to compartmentalize it into a mental realm. So, because Sais's body is in the throes of death, she herself is also wrapped up in the throes of death. And Sais at one point cannot speak, so Alcyone cannot speak. And then eventually, because there is no way for her to escape this relationship that she has grounded in the material, in the physical, she herself dies. Now, notice also that when Juno finally grants her wish and gives her some information about Sais, Juno cannot implant in Alcyone a dream or a vision. Juno has to send Morpheus to get the actual body and to drag the body out to the foot of the bed, Alcyone's bed, as Alcyone sleeps, and Morpheus has to be there giving words to the body of Alcyone. So Juno and Morpheus cannot enter her dreams. The real body of Sais has to be possessed by Morpheus and then dragged out to the foot of the bed, and actual audible words have to be given to Alcyone. So what might Chaucer be suggesting about this? Alcyone might be in the situation where she is so engrossed in the physical relationship that she cannot bring any defensive remove to bear on the situation by isolating it into, say, the memory or into a different realm of imagery. And because she cannot do that, she has to suffer the same fate as the material body that was the other part of her relationship, her love relationship here, and she dies. Notice that Chaucer will not tell you what she said, will not tell you what she dreamed, because he wants to shut her down in terms of any sort of mental activity that's going on, imagining or remembering sighs. All right, so there's a very physical locale that Alcyone is stuck in. Now, we'll see that the Black Knight and Chaucer escape that, okay, but not Alcyone, and I believe that's why she dies.